Alright, so today it is just gorgeous outside because it is starting to snow. And I was actually supposed to have a doctor's appointment today in Philly, and I canceled because it's more than an hour drive for us, and I just definitely wanted to enjoy the snow from in here and not have to travel today. So very grateful that I can just be in here, safe, warm, and enjoy the snow from a distance. So I have definitely continued to feel such a calming, grounding presence. Like last week I talked about how seeing a medium helped to spark my second spiritual awakening, and I've continued to feel that way. Not to that same level as right after I saw the medium, but definitely such a continued level of peacefulness, feeling grounded, not feeling stressed or in the fight or flight or anxious, and that has just been groundbreaking. So today I wanted to talk about journaling and my journaling practice, because I've gotten really into journaling through this second spiritual awakening. I've been journaling every day, and my hope is to continue that practice through this year. I didn't really set New Year's resolutions this year because my health is so unpredictable, and so my kind of focus is to set hopes, and really the only hope that I set is just to really try to journal more, because I think it is helping me so much with processing in the moment. So something I've really been thinking about is, before kind of this grounding time with being in the fight or flight and me being so stressed, and I was just in a survival state, and it was really just hard to survive, and so processing that as it was happening was stressful. And so what I would do is I would go to therapy about once a week and be able to process in that time. But my hope for this year is to really process each day as I go through it. So I'm going to talk about kind of my journaling practice, some little tips that I've found that were helpful. If you want to join in a journaling practice this year and join on that journey and either make it a goal or a hope for this year, yeah, feel free to join me. So I personally journal in Microsoft Word. I just find that I can type almost as fast as I can think about things. I used to try to force myself to journal in a notebook, and writing has gotten so difficult that I don't write at all by freehand anymore because my wrist hurts too much. It's too tiring. So I use Word for two reasons. One is because I can type super fast, and then I have a document called 2025 journal, and then that is just my journal for the year. I each day insert a new page, so it's on its own page at the top of the document, and then if I write more than a page, that's great, but then it'll push the next page down further, so it's not one long text, which I've done before. And this just separates it out for me. And I'll also put it in focus mode, so I'm not distracted by anything else on my computer, like open documents that I'm working on or my email or any other distractions. I really put it in that focus mode just to journal, and that minimalist view is super helpful for me to focus on that. And another tool I love and have been using a lot is the diction tool, or I think it's called dictate tool in Microsoft Word. It's hard because it does take a lot of energy for me to verbalize out loud and talk. And so I can only do that when I have a little bit more energy to be able to talk. So the diction tool has been super helpful because I can literally free think. I will just speak what is in my stream of consciousness and be processing as I'm going. And that has been super helpful because I can't quite type as fast as I think. And so when I'm typing, I have to almost think about, okay, how am I gonna express this idea or this thought or emotion through words? Whereas if I'm just talking, there is no processing time. I don't have to have any cognitive, I don't have to think through anything. I'm just speaking it and it's going on the page, which has been incredibly helpful because with my brain fog and my problems with, cognitive processing, even that little bit of time that it does take for me to have to process something to figure out how I want to write it, can kind of be exhausting and take me out of the journaling experience a little bit. So I would say the best processing tool for me has just been to speak aloud. And I know you can do this like on your phone or your notes app, it'll write words down, but the dictate tool has definitely captured my speaking better than my phone. I don't know why, but that's just been a game changer with journaling and out loud processing. And so far my practice has been usually at night in my kind of relaxation routine. My wind down routine is to process the day. And I used to think that journaling, I journaled about this on January 1st actually, I used to put so much pressure on myself with journaling. I'd read like Anne Frank's diary and you know all these journals growing up, or all these diaries I guess they were growing up, and I was like, okay, you have to recap your day, you have to say how you felt about it, blah 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 blah. I put so much pressure on myself to journal correctly, I guess, and there is no right form of journaling or writing a diary. It is whatever serves you in the moment. I used to do this thing where at the beginning of the journal I had to write down 3 things I was grateful for, and that practice was great at the beginning, but it just got to this point where like I would almost avoid journaling because I was like, oh, I have to write down 3 things I'm grateful for before I even get into the journal, which is what I really want to do, and it almost prevented me from journaling. And so like I am so done with putting expectations on myself. I'm doing like whatever serves me. And so what has been serving me is to journal at night and use it as a way to kind of process my day, and I just journal whatever. I don't even have to journal what I did that day. It could be how I'm currently feeling, it could be something that happened, it could be a project I'm excited about, it could be my health stuff, like whatever I want to do, I'll do. And that sounds so simple, but I definitely am like a type A, like overachiever personality, which has been really difficult to adjust with being disabled now and not being able to do very much. And so one of the adjustments is really trying to just do what serves me. And so what I actually started doing the last couple of days was journaling in the morning and at night. Like today, for example, I was just feeling like I wanted to journal, and this isn't an expectation for the year. It's just on the days when I feel called to journal, I'm really trying to listen to my body, listen to my thoughts, listen to what I need in each moment. And so this morning I was like, okay, I feel like I want to journal this morning. I just wanted a quiet morning looking out at the beautiful snow, and I wanted to really appreciate it and just capture the moment and set my hopes for the day. Like, what do I need to work on today, because there has been so many things with my health that I've needed to stay on top of and do a little bit each day. You know, if dreams come up during the night, or if thoughts right before bed after I journaled the last day, like there was just, I wanted to journal. And so I really got into it this morning, and I just think it's helping me process things as it's happening. Like I was journaling this morning about my kind of spiritual awakening and the affirmations I've been doing, and I think next week I might talk more about what I've really been getting into and exploring, because I have so many ideas for vlogs and vlog topics, and I just feel like revitalized creatively, I guess. Not that I have more energy, but I just feel passionate about more topics, and my creativity has been sparked, and I've been writing so much, and I want to share all of that with you. I was just journaling this morning about that and about all the affirmations that I'm doing and how much that's helped me. Like I've seen a difference doing these affirmations, which is wild. So I want to get into that in another vlog as well and talk about that too. So I'm trying to kind of capture in my journal what's working well and really try to build on that, because I think usually sometimes I might journal just because like, oh, I'm feeling stressed or anxious and I want to process this, but I really want to also journal this year about the wins, about the progress I'm seeing as it's happening, not just looking back. I want to be in the journey and processing as much as I can as it's happening. And I think that that will help me so much with healing. Yeah, I'm so excited. So that is something that's really helped me a lot. Something else that I wrote down in my notes to talk about was, yeah, the cognitive processing of trying to remember how everything is spelled. I'm not gonna lie, that's been a huge problem with my brain fog and my cognitive processing difficulties. And so when I'm using the diction tool, that kind of stuff doesn't matter. And it might not capture everything perfectly, but my journal isn't supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to serve me. It's supposed to help me. And that's something that I really had to like let go of, is wanting my journal to be perfect, wanting it to be like, okay, what if I read this back someday, or, you know, maybe if I have children someday, my children look, you know, back and read this, and I want it to be perfect. And it's like, I think I was putting pressure on myself, like Anne Frank's diary, like, oh, what if this is published someday? Please. Like, this is something that is supposed to serve me. It does not need to be perfect. It is just an aid. It is a tool to my life to process, to grow, to reflect. Like, it's a tool for me. I own the tool. I control the tool. And it's just such a wild, I think, step back from how I've always thought of journaling. And it's been a slow growth process for me to let go and just use it how it best will help me in each moment. Day to day might be different, and that is okay too, but I think journaling can be such a powerful tool. Like, I know there's, you know, the 1 line a day journals, which can be incredible. Journaling can be whatever you want it to be. It can be an app on your phone. I recently saw there was this new app that you could like video record yourself journaling, and I've thought about that because this vlog is almost a form of journaling for me. Oh my gosh, there's people outside running in the snow and they're recording each other having fun. That's the kind of stuff I love, you know? Like, I love the magical wintry scenes. It's so fun. It's cool seeing people enjoy it, you know? So those are just some thoughts, but I think the biggest game changer has just been the free thinking. That's kind of what I do a lot in therapy, is just like talk it through and have my therapist ask me questions until I find the answer. And when you're journaling, you almost can do that yourself. You don't necessarily have someone asking you questions, but you can almost ask yourself questions. You can almost guide yourself through almost like a therapy experience to figure out what problems you're experiencing. I kind of believe that we all have the solutions to the problems in us. Like, we know what we need. It's just getting there in our minds. It's convincing ourselves that that is what we need and finding the answer ourselves. And so I think people can help massively with that. But in this journaling practice, I think that this can be like a huge step towards independently processing and healing and all of this stuff, reflecting and everything as it's happening, because all of those things can be huge tools. Reflection is like a huge tool for growth and progress and improvement. So yeah, I would love to hear what journaling practices you have, like what medium you use. Do you just free write it? Do you use an app? How often do you journal? All of that. And if you want to join me this year in setting a hope to journal as often as it serves me, but really trying to focus on journaling, on capturing things, capturing the moment, let me know. And let me know if you want me to do more videos on this throughout the year as I hopefully continue this practice. So I'm so excited for my upcoming vlogs and new ideas that I have, and there's a lot going on this month, a lot of changes that I will be telling you all about soon. And so thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope that my new like grounded energy is also grounding for you, and I am really excited to continue documenting the journey and what is to come. So I hope you're enjoying the snow. I hope everyone is safe and healthy in this new year, and do some affirmations if you want. Can't wait to do a vlog on affirmations. Seriously, I'm really excited. And I will talk to you all soon, my friends. Bye everyone.